Well, San Diego Comic-Con kind of sucked this year. More, I guess, after this. What is happening, Internet? I'm glad I'm not Deadline or Screen Rant or IGN, but of course, Henry Cavill did not show up because he is currently filming The Witcher over in London, or the UK, like I said. I said it'd be kind of cool if he showed up on a video or something, when The Rock announced something about Superman. But even The Rock dropped the ball. In fact, he dropped the ball so badly that he was booed on stage, which is kind of sad if you think about it, because the Black Adam movie actually does look pretty interesting. But I said that DC would probably break the internet with their Superman stuff, and they broke the internet with their lack of Superman stuff. In fact, all people are talking about is the fact that Superman, Henry Cavill, did not appear at San Diego Comic-Con. Nobody cares about the multiple new Batman books that were announced for DC, which now stands for Disappointing Comics. And nobody cares about Black Adam or Shazam, which again look pretty solid. In fact, that Zack Snyder is coming back to DC in a parody for Teen Titans Go sometime either this year or next year, which no one is really talking about because no one cares. The Dark Crisis panel was garbage. No one cares. No one cares about Tim Drake's upcoming book. No one cares about the fact that Barbara Gordon is going to have a sidekick, supposedly. Nobody even cares that a Justice Leaguer is going to be permanently killed. Probably Superman, so they can prop up John for... Well, there's a couple reasons. One, they don't want to give the royalties to the people that made Superman, so they want to keep Superman under DC's lock and key. And also the fact that they basically made John Kent a character that will please Twitter and a certain agenda. And it makes him with bulletproof plot armor. So you can't kill that Superman because there would be problems. But you can kill Clark Kent if they are. Yeah. I'm not saying that Clark Kent is going to be the one that gets permanently killed at the end of Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths or whatever they're doing. Most likely it would make the most sense to have Green Arrow killed, but it's probably going to be one of the Trinity or one of the Justice Leaguers that already has a DC Future State character ready in the wings to replace them. If they were doing something for storyline, then it should be Barry Allen, because Barry Allen died in Crisis on Infinite Earths. Barry Allen isn't really as popular anymore, everybody still likes Wally, and if this really is connected to Crisis on Infinite Earths, then the Justice Leaguer that permanently died was Barry, so it makes sense for Barry to be the one to die, but it's probably going to be Superman. I hope not, but I don't know. I just have a gut feeling. There were some cool animated movies announced, which we're going to get into more details about that. It's going to have to do with a couple Batman movies and some other stuff, which we'll go over later. I don't really feel like talking about it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed about the whole Superman stuff, but in my heart of hearts, I kind of knew that DC was going to let everybody down just because, it's Warner Media. I'm still going to call it Warner Media for like another year or two because it's going to take a while for them to weed out all the problems involved with DC Comics and DC Films. And I really don't like that the new CEO is just kind of letting everything sort of remain the same because they don't, quote unquote, know how to run things at DC Comics and DC Films yet. I think that's a lot of hoo-ha, personally. But it is what it is. What are you going to do about it? You can't really do anything about it. The only thing that these big executives from New York City are going to listen to is money. So if they don't want to make money, then they'll take action. If they can make money, and they think they're going to make money, then that's what they're going to do. It's kind of interesting, though, because I don't think that the pot should be calling the kettle black, though. If David Zaslav really has a problem with Warner Brothers not making Superman films for the past 4 or 5 years, you can't go out and do what you did by not announcing any Superman projects, especially with Superman himself. That just makes you look like the biggest hypocrite of all. And that wasn't a rumor. David literally brought up in one of his press conferences that he is very disappointed that DC is not doing anything with Superman. And when he was talking about DC, he wasn't talking about comics because they're doing stuff with a Superman. He's talking about how DC hasn't done anything with Superman in the movies since basically 2017. And they're correct. DC has no real plan. They've got some ideas, whether it's Michael B. Jordan's Superman on HBO Max, J.J. Abrams' supposed Superman, if that ever happens, doubtful. considering he's been working on the project for over 4 years now with nothing to show from it except for a couple scripts that are pretty lackluster. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think what was more disappointing this year, E3 or San Diego Comic-Con. The Marvel stuff looked good, most of it, but I don't really care much for Phase 5. There wasn't really a lot of stuff that interests me other than Ant-Man, which would be stupid fun, and maybe the Captain America movie, but I don't know. It all depends on the direction they're going with Captain America. And of course, Wakanda Forever looks awesome, but that's still part of Phase 4, so I don't know. Mostly I'll talk about the animated DC movies in depth. I'll talk about the Spawn and Batman thing, which is pretty exciting. In depth, like over the course of this week, but I just kind of wanted to get out here and make a quick little video telling you guys my thoughts on if that was considered San Diego Comic-Con. But I'm gonna be supporting the Rock and Shazam movies. I think you guys should too, because it looks funny, and the Rock movie looks really interesting. And also, I find it hilarious that DC says the Snyderverse is gone, and they use Snyderverse footage for the Shazam movie. And Shazam literally name-dropping superheroes. Batman, showing Ben Affleck, and Superman, and The Flash, and Aquaman, and all these other characters. And there's going to be a Justice Leaguer that shows up in his movie, so, I mean, it makes sense that they name-drop. And yeah, it takes place before the events of The Flash. But, I don't know. It just, it's interesting. But anyway, now I want to hear what you guys thought about San Diego Comic-Con. Did you enjoy it this year, or did you think it just kind of sucked? Let me know in the comment section below. I just finished Stray, so that means I have other things that I'll be working on. If you guys want to check out multiverse content, I got a ton of that over on my Let's Play channel, as well as uploads. If you can't sit through a 2-hour stream, I get it. Totally understand. And I'll be talking about some multiverse news, as well as some of the awesome animated movies, like Green Lantern and stuff like that. But anyway, have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. Keep it locked here for more things on the Dark Knight in movies, TV, video games, and occasionally comics. All right. Later, Gothamites.